right. Well,
Hi.
welcome, everybody.
Sorry for the delay.
Yes, we have technical difficulties as always, of course, when you're doing a live show. So it's going to happen.
Okay.
I got someone asking me right now, what do I click on? Click on the link. If you guys go to your Facebook and see us posting on there, or if you go to our Cinema on the Nile, you can actually click on the link. It says YouTube, right? And then you can click on that, and you can actually view us right now. And calls are coming in, but I'm not going to take it.
But anyway,
so,
welcome to our first show.
welcome everybody.
Yeah.
A little stressful, but we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Want to welcome everybody. Go ahead, John. Say your welcomes, and I'll say mine.
Hey, everybody. You know, as me, John the Statistic Guy, and this is Joe, Filmmaker Man. This is our first live show. As I mentioned a lot in the postings that we were doing, this is supposed to be a live show every third week of the month. We're going to try to do it on Thursdays like our normal air date. So instead of an aired episode, you're going to see our live show. 6 or 7 is what we're going to try to keep it to.
Just about, yeah.
So, also, just so you know, after this show, it's going to be available for a few days for the uncut version. We're also going to be doing a cut version of this, too, if you guys want to watch the shorter version, but this will be an hour long.
You want to watch the uninterrupted version. In other words, with all the phone calls and the text messages and all that, we're trying to keep it moving. In other words, there's people texting and asking because, you know, they want to join and watch. So we're trying to keep it going. And, of course, every once in a while, you'll see me look down. I'm just trying to answer people. So I'm being as stretched out to help out everybody to get in and see the show as much as possible because you all mean a lot to me, and I want to make sure that you all are watching the show and enjoying yourself. So our first show, yes, it's an hour long. We're going to take a break probably for a commercial because we have a couple of sponsors. We have to let them use our spot for putting in some stuff. So, hey, that's great news for us. That means people are moving forward with us, and they're liking us, and they're sharing our information and giving us an opportunity to spread our wings. So we are definitely happy with that. So yes, throughout the show, a half an hour in or so, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll come back and finish the other half hour strong. We are super excited, not just for the live show, but the fact that Star Wars Episode 7 is here.
Woohoo!
Woo! It's finally here, guys. There's people lined up everywhere in across the country. Here in Clearwater, me and John took a ride around, and we saw some people scattered left and right here and there, lined up waiting to get in to see the movie. Some as far as last night, and I think some as far as today morning.
Oh, yeah.
All throughout the day. So it's a big deal. I mean, they had the special screening yesterday, and people are already rating it 8.9, 9.2, and so on and so forth. And
Right now, IMDb has given Episode 7 an 8.9 out of 10. Metacritic has given it an 81 out of 100. A lot of good reviews so far. A lot of, obviously non-spoil reviews. Just so you know, guys, we're going to next Thursday, our next episode will be our full in-depth review. Next Thursday, we're going to have that recorded. We're going to be seeing the movie coming up this weekend. There's just a lot on our plate this week, so we want to kind of finish out this series on a good note.
Absolutely. Speaking of a lot on our plate, I mean, you got to understand, doing live things is not as flawless as what you guys are used to seeing when we are not doing live things. Obviously, during the live session, it's what we call fun chaos. It's the good stuff, all the stuff coming at me. You see John right now, he's concentrating, he's reading, he's doing things to make sure that the live streaming keeps on going. I'm sitting here answering texts, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but it's all right. For the first one, I'm going to, be there at everybody's beck and call just so I can get everybody familiarized with what to do and what not to do. And so we're happy to have you guys watching in. And for those who did miss it, we would love to see you come on the next live show, but you will catch this one. It is going to get recorded, and it will go up sometime this week.
We'll figure that out.
We'll definitely figure it out. This guy's all brains. All brains right here. So he's going to get it done no matter what.
And sorry if there's any latency in the voices and stuff. We're working on getting that synced up. We're going to constantly make this better.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are already saying the volume is low. You can turn up your own volume actually on your phones or on your computers. That will help you hear better because our volumes here are set. That's why I'm wearing this thing here. It tells me how good the volume is coming through. So our volume is pretty good. If you guys are having issues hearing us, it might be just a situation with your own volume, maybe on your phone, or if it's your computer or your tablet or whatnot. So see if that works for you.
Is it coming through a little bit better? Because I raised it up. You just let me know in the chats, because you guys can also chat. If you're watching this, there's a chat. If you have a YouTube channel, you can chat us.
Type in.
I'm watching that, so if you guys write us.
That's right. Type in, let us know what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you like it so far. Is it something cool that you haven't seen before? And if it is, give us thumbs up all the way, man. We are super excited about this, and we are going to start, of course, by talking. Episode 7, long awaited. Finally here. So, John, as always, get us kick-started, baby.
Okay. As we know from the plot, we have it here. Let's see here. I have to do all my fact checks on here since I'm running the stream through my computer. Overall, really great numbers so far this week. So this movie takes place 30 years after the defeat of the Galactic Empire. A new threat arises. The First Order attempts to rule the galaxy, and only a ragtag group of heroes can stop them, along with the help of the Resistance. So, obviously, continuation of the Rebels. They call them the Resistance. The Empire's called the New Order. Their new bad guy, Kylo Ren. No one knows what his face looks like except for if you saw the movie already.
Well, we all know what his face looks like. He was on Jimmy Fallon.
Well, yeah. We were talking about that. You're like, how did that guy get that?
Oh,
role?
my God. That guy. I mean, no offense to the guy. He's a great actor, and I've seen him in several things. But for him to land the role of Kylo Ren, come on. That was unexpected, on my behalf anyway. I mean, others probably would have expected it. But for me, it was definitely a whoa kind of thing. So I was blown away by it. He was very quiet and timid, though. Did you notice that?
He seemed that way, and I know what you said is that maybe they did it because he didn't want to have a lot of FaceTimes.
Well, maybe they told him to stay really quiet about what's going on, because, I mean, I can tell there's a lot of that going on. Do you not agree?
I agree that it seemed like it was a rushed interview. He seemed really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's one of those actors, I feel like he's more nervous on live shows than he is in, acting. Yeah. Two different things. A lot of people don't know that. But overall, I think he's going to be a great bad guy. It's going to be interesting to see why his face is hidden. I mean, I feel like that would be a really poor reveal that they show his face and it's all like normal. Like it looks like the actual actor.
Well, he is young and has not been beaten up, so to speak.
But all the actors, Daisy Ridley, this is her first big movie.
Her first movie.
Is it her? Well, it's her first movie. I think she's done some TV before.
Some stuff, but this is her first film.
Yeah.
As an actress.
Talk about hitting out of the ballpark. And the long-awaited discussion, John Boyega.
Here we are, John Boyega. All right, you go first.
Okay.
Come on, put it all out on the table.
I'm fine with a black actor. I love that they're doing that. There's obviously not enough black actors in the Star Wars universe. We have all the characters. What did we saw one in the Trench Run?
Right.
There was one there. There's oh God, I just forgot his name.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, but you know who I'm talking about. Han Solo's friend. I just forgot the actor.
Colt
sorry.
45, man.
Yeah, Colt 45.
Again.
But I think it's unique because he's playing as a main character. I think that's unique. A lot of people made a big hoopla that, Stormtrooper, why is there a black Stormtrooper? For people that don't know, and it's explained in the expanded universe, that at a certain point, clones were not used anymore. A lot of them died out. They had half-lives, whatever, so they would die at a certain point. So a lot of the ones in the Empire and the movies were supposed to be recruited people. In this movie, he's supposed to be one of those recruited people. And obviously, he wasn't very into it since he, turned to the rebellion. But will he be a great actor? You say no, I say yes.
Wait, no, I didn't say no. I didn't think he was going to be what is expected.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. I could be 100% right. We don't know because obviously it's speculation and it always will be until we see the movie.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, speaking of that, I want to get back to this point real quick. We decided to just see it in a regular theater because I can't even begin to tell you guys how difficult it has been for us to try to get tickets. And we were trying for like a week in advance. But apparently, everything's sold out.
We should have bought them in October.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, tonight, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and so on and so forth. I mean, we got lucky and we actually found a theater on Saturday morning. So we're going to get up Saturday early. Believe it or not, there's shows being shown at 4 a.m. I looked at John and said, is this real or is this a typo? 4 a.m. People are going to the movies at 4 a.m. to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, within the first night. I think it's Friday. The Friday night. It's 4 a.m.
And how crazy is that? I mean, come on. 4 a.m.? Would you get up at 3 in the morning to get in the theater at 4 a.m. to watch a movie? I mean, that's a little, I mean, it's exciting, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'd get up at 4 a.m. It's just not that, I'm not that guy.
Well, and this is one of those movies that it's worth seeing in theaters. Like, I saw all the Lord of the Rings in theaters. That's just me. But it's one of those movies, you got to see it in theaters.
That's
yes,
true.
1, 2, and 3, not the greatest movies, but they are worth seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, you would beat yourself up as bad as they get the rap nowadays for 1, 2, and 3. Just like if you could see 4, 5, and 6, which they do occasionally have those showings, you know.
Yeah, they do.
But overall, I'm really excited to see 7. Like I said, we're going to be seeing it this weekend, so we're going to be doing that pre-recorded episode.
Yes, and I will give you my pre and post idea and opinion of Mr. Boyega. Okay, so here it is. Is he a good actor? Yes. Is he Star Wars caliber? In my opinion, humble opinion, no. Why do I say no? Well, because I just don't know how to explain it. I guess to the best of my abilities, I'm going to tell you, he's strong for TV, maybe. He might have gotten thrown into the den, the lion's den, too quick, too fast, too early.
He is an English actor.
He's an English actor, one.
And he's doing an American accent in this movie from what little we've heard him speak.
Okay, now...
Have we even heard him speak, actually?
Yeah, a little bit. I've heard him in a couple of the trailers.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. I have nothing against, African American actors, not by any means. I do have a thing against people who are not vested 110% in becoming who they're supposed to be. And then again, he could be just another principal actor, for all we know. A co-star.
Yeah.
Because I don't see him as a star. And there's a lot of people who are contradicting that point, too. Well, he could be the star, but you just don't know yet. Maybe he'll become the star in 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Could that be?
And one of our theories we've mentioned earlier is Daisy Ridley's character, Rey, that maybe she's the actual Jedi, or both of them are Jedi, or we don't know yet. Because I did look at that video again, and I did look at that picture again. When they're getting the lightsaber, it's handed to her. Right. That is a female hand. And that is odd that they would include that in the trailer. See it. That is odd that they would add that in the trailer if it had nothing to do with it.
Yes. And it was a young female hand.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah. And there's a lot of speculation on it. We're not really sure. Another character that we don't really know much about other than he's a rebel ex-fighter who's a part of, I guess, what's left over of Rogue Squadron. Poe Dameron, who's played by Oscar Isaac. Now, the last movie you and I saw him in was Ex Machina. He was this scientist, a bald guy with a beard.
Right.
As you can see on the poster, at least represented by this, that he doesn't seem like he's playing a large role. I guess, in a way, he's kind of... We don't really know, because every time we see the characters on screen, we've always seen Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. Right. We're speculating Poe Dameron might be a character that's filling in with the action. All the scenes we've seen him is him flying the X-Wing. So... I like Oscar Isaac. I think out of all the new people, he probably has the most experience in acting.
It could be.
Which is interesting that they have him such a small role as far as we know.
Yeah.
But who knows?
So
he might play a bigger role in the other ones too, though.
It's a possibility.
But we'll see.
There's a lot of we're so anxious. It's not even funny. Mm-hmm. I wish we can go tonight, but we're not going to be able to go tonight. So for those who do go tonight, don't give anything away. Go see it, enjoy it, but don't post anything about anything you've seen until we have had the chance to see it, probably by Sunday night. There's going to be some... by the way, tell them about the little treat they're going to get.
Well, before we do that, we need to do an advertisement.
Okay.
So give us a quick break. We'll see you guys in a few seconds.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes, okay?
Sunday. Okay. Well. Oh. So you're talking about the filming or just the upload itself? Because the Sunday is when we're going to be doing the upload, aren't we?
Yes. Well, Saturday, more or less, this weekend, we're going to do something. We're going to do it, and then we're going to post it on Sunday. So we're going to do what we call, you guys remember when, what's his name?
Well, you got
Jay Leno?
Jay Leno. I was going to say Jay Leno.
Yeah, when he used to do, what was it called?
I know what you're talking about, like the interviews, jaywalking or interviewing.
He used to do jaywalking. Well, we're going to do something similar to that. And we're going to go out. We're going to talk to some people on Saturday. And it's going to be in the heat of the moment. So we're going to be running and gunning it. For those who don't understand what that means, running and gunning is basically just a camera guy and an audio guy. And we're just running and doing interviews and real quick. And we're going to get people's information. We're going to get people's reviews, people's opinions. And we're going to give them a minute or two on the screen. So I'm excited about that too. That's something new that we're going to do for anything that we're going to be talking about that is coming out. So in other words, if it's a film that's coming out in the future, we're going to try to do that often so you guys can have some fun with it as well, as much as we do.
Yeah.
So,
and we're going to have like our, I guess you could say, all the cuts for the people that are watching, the people that we're going to be reviewing, they can watch this stream too also. They'll be able to watch the uncut for, I think it's like 4 days.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm going to be doing a cut version. What we want to do is we want to interview people. We want to be able to present that to them, but we're also going to include a pre-cut also in our not our live show, our pre-recorded show.
Right.
We're going to have little specials. We want to try to do that, especially like movies of the future. When we're going to be reviewing trailers or speculation of movies, we want to get people's opinions. We're going to interview people. And, you know, hopefully you guys can see it and enjoy it, you know.
And the best part about all that is, that if you live in Clearwater or Tampa and you know where we're going to be, and we're going to probably give you a sneak peek about where we're going to be, and you want to be on our show, and you want to be interviewed, and then see yourself later, why not meet up with us?
Yep.
Give us an interview. Let us talk to you. Let us have some fun with you. So that's going to be a treat for definitely for people who want to do that.
Yep.
I think so. So on to the next subject. What you got over there?
Pretty good. Sorry about this. I just want to make sure everything's running good. It does say the audio is a little bit low. Are we coming through okay? Like, can you guys hear us clearly? Is there any distortion? Let us know in the chats. Let's make sure, because we can try to maintain it. We're still learning how to use this.
Yeah, we're trying to work on our audio here. Our audio sounds good to me in my headphones, so I know it's coming in clear through our channels. But if it's coming off a little bit low where you guys are at, by all means, let us know. Write us a comment. We get it right away. That's the beauty of technology nowadays. We can read everything on the fly. And
like I said, we're working the format on that. But anyway, we want to ask people, see what their opinion of the movie is. We're going to try to get people going in, people going out.
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to try to keep it spoiler-free, but, you know, that's why we're doing it Saturday after we go see the movie.
Correct.
Because we have a bad feeling someone will ruin it for us. But
yes.
Anyway, that's something special that we want to do. It's another project that we're working on with this show, on top of the live show. There's a lot of cool things that we're still speculating that we haven't discussed with you guys. We're coming up with ideas for our next series that we're going to be doing, because we want to still start with this series where we're going to be doing movies of the past, movies of the present, and movies of the future.
And there's something I want to talk about. He doesn't know about it yet, so I'm surprising him as well.
Okay.
Do you guys want to see us in costumes? Like if we have a movie coming up that is, costume related, do you want to see us in that costume or in that outfit? Do you want to see us in, like if we're talking about movies of the past, if it's a black and white, do you want to see us in some old suits?
Fedora.
Or do you want to see us in top hats and suits? Or do you don't care? Tell us what you think. I mean, we're all open for everything, so.
We should also mention the wall.
That's right. Go ahead, tell them. I won't spoil it.
So we wanted...
I'm still answering texts.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking about taking down some of the sound foam here. We still want to kind of have a poster here, if possible, to represent the movie. Depends on the movie, and how easy it is to get posters. But what we were thinking about is putting up shelving. What we want to do is we want to have very nice shelving. It's going to be blank for a while, but eventually we're going to set up a P.O. box. You guys you can send us fan mail. You can send us movie memorabilia. You can send us like little, what were you saying, like little camera models?
Our theme is going to be cameras, film cameras, from the beginning, from the very first camera till now. And whatever that may be to you, if you find something, if you have something that you don't want, or if you found something you want to, send in and have it on the wall, it will have mention of you sending it in, and a picture, of course, of you. Make sure you send that in there with it, so that way we can post it up there and people can see that it was you who sent it. So I'm always going to be excited about something new coming in. So I'm always going to put everything that comes in is going to be on this wall as far as cameras are concerned. So cameras of the past, cameras of the present, and cameras of the future, whatever that may be.
Yep.
Cameras, cameras, cameras. So this whole wall is going to be Camera Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and we also want to be able to put up, if people want to send us fan mail or something like that, we can do that.
Absolutely. We're going to share letters, and because the beauty of doing recorded shows is that if you guys send us something and it's heartwarming and it's heartfelt, for example, and it's something that, just touched us, we will go ahead and post that actual letter for other people to read.
Yep.
So
and we can do it in a recorded, or if we get enough fan mail, we can even do a special promotion, video and talk about other people. Obviously, let us know if you want us to disclose your name or username, whatever you want. And, we have no problem definitely helping other channels, basically, talking about other stuff. And it helps if it goes both ways, too. Basically, we're doing this special show. There are other shows that are like this. That would be cool if we could eventually do collaborations. We eventually want to have guests on our live show and our pre-recorded shows.
Someone just mentioned that the comments are disabled for this video. We're going to check and see what that means right now, because I think the comments are open. If you might be having a technical difficulty on your end. Do you see anything?
No, I'm getting chats. So I'm seeing, and some people are saying to dress up.
Dress up? All right. Who said it?
A few people.
All right. We won't mention names.
But
that's good.
I do see chat should be enabled. There should not be able to be comments whenever it's a live video. You should be able to post comments once it's not recorded anymore. Just comments are not posted permanently until it's, I'm pretty sure. Because like I said, just so you know, obviously, as you can see, we're doing this on YouTube. YouTube streaming still in beta.
Sorry, I got a funny comment that came in.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Someone is asking if I'm wearing pants. Yes, John, I'm wearing pants. A different John. Of course I'm wearing pants. You think I'm going to be one of those guys that, what's his name?
Who?
The guy that does the show without pants on sometimes. What was his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Jeez.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, yeah. No, that sounds about right.
No, I'm not a Howard Stern. I could be, though.
Well, that's a lot of YouTubers, whenever you see their face cam above, they're like, I'm not wearing pants. It's like, that's too much information.
Exactly.
But back to the movie real fast. Sorry, we got a little distracted. We're just excited with what we want to do on this. Overall, I've read a lot of reviews, a lot of pre-screen reviews, non-spoiler reviews, and a lot of people say that the chemistry between the new and the old, the new actors and the old actors has been very good. A lot of people really like it. I'm honestly surprised. I'm happy to see that.
Okay.
Overall, I hope that it's as good as they say. They said that some of the things and some of the reviews I read mentioned about comedies. You enjoy this way too much. What is it now?
John is actually saying he wants to see you in a French maid outfit. I don't think that's going to happen, John, but nice try.
Hey, you know what?
I ain't going to do it.
I might consider doing it because we also have a crowdfunding. We have Patreon. You can go check that out. We have links on our YouTube channel.
I guess the more you donate, the better he's going to dress up.
Hey, exactly.
I'm not going to do it.
Exactly, yeah. But anyway, you're terrible, and you're terrible too. But overall, we're really excited with this. Sorry, I got distracted by the movie. You and you're laughing. You made me lose my train of thought.
I know, I'm sorry, but this was hilarious.
This is the hardest part about doing live shows is you can't cut this out because it's wrong.
No, but that's the beauty of it. So they can see us in our own atmosphere, just having fun and enjoying ourselves. And these texts just keep on coming.
Oh, okay. So, ain't seeing what I can. Yep, cool.
Hemina.
Anyway, we're really excited because I saw a lot of reviews. They were saying some of the humor seemed out of place in it, but at the same time, it seemed like it went well. We don't know. We can't do that. We're going to look more into that when we get to episode 7, when we get to do the review. We're kind of keeping in the dark. We wanted to talk about some rumors and some theories that we've heard.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the one that you wanted to discuss about Luke?
Which one?
The one about him possibly being in the dark side?
Oh, so I was sitting with someone, right, the other day, and I was talking to him, and I said, hey, what do you think? Because he's a hardcore guy. I mean, he's hardcore. He's got the memorabilia, his car's all decked out, Star Wars, this and that and the other. And so I said, well, let me ask you a question. What do you think of the idea of Luke going dark?
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's a very strong possibility that Luke is already dark.
Yep.
That he's been gone for 30 years.
Yep.
And in those 30 years, he got affected by the dark side. And then his spawn, or maybe not his direct spawn, maybe his niece, or maybe not even his niece, but he gave me like several possibilities about what could have happened. One of them being his niece, which I'm not going to go into detail about it because I don't want to spoil anything. The other one could have been Kylo Ren, could have been his apprentice.
Possibly. And we discussed that, though.
And we discussed it. And John came up with this almost same exact idea. So when I got home from work that day, I'm like, John, check it out. This guy said this, this, and the other. And he just gave me this look like, I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, John being a movie buff as much as I am, I'm going to go with his prediction on this one.
I hope I'm right. I
We'll
do and I
see.
don't. Well, the theory is that a lot of people that are into Star Wars lore, there's a Sith rule called the Rule of Two, which usually means that there is a master and apprentice.
Right.
When the apprentice gets strong enough, he strikes down his master and takes over as, the Lord of the Sith.
Right.
Okay, we saw that with Sidious. We saw that, he mentioned it in the prequels about Sidious and Plagueis. Plagueis was his master. Sidious is, no guy. The old creepy-looking guy. So Darth Vader was the apprentice.
Precious.
Well, he killed his master, but then he died, so that ended the Rule of Two. So overall, what I was just saying real fast is Rule of Two, Kylo Ren is not considered a Darth. Darth is basically a title meaning that you're like a Jedi. Or I guess you could say like a knight in the Sith term.
Right.
The fact he's doing that and he's looking up to Darth Vader makes me still believe he also looks up to his son, because if Kylo Ren looks up to Darth Vader, why would he not look up to the son? And we don't see Luke Skywalker on the poster. We've seen some of the pictures of him on set, so we know he's obviously going to be in the movie. We see him put his hand on R2-D2. But they kept him really much in shadows. We're guessing by the plot that they go and find Han Solo and they're going to go look for Luke Skywalker.
Well, isn't that kind of like the same thing with the Emperor? You never really got to see the Emperor in any of the posts, or any of the posters, rather. You never saw the Emperor, did you?
Good point.
Now, could he be the new Emperor?
I don't think it's an Emperor situation, but what I was telling you is that I believe that Luke might be the new Sith Lord, which would be stretching it. I don't know if he's going to be in all the movies.
I don't know.
I don't think he's going to go as far to say he's a Sith Lord, but I think that he will go as far as to say that he's a Sith Master. I don't know how to explain that to me. Basically, I have a feeling they're going to be like, twist, we're going to find Luke, and Luke is going to train the new Jedis, and it turns out they're like, well, I want you to be my new apprentice and strike down Kylo Ren. That was my theory.
How much do you want to bet that this whole Luke thing won't take place until the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the movie?
I will be so angry.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I will be so angry if the whole
Speculating.
movie is to find Luke. And I understand that there's going to be another 2 movies that are going to be directed by 2 different directors, which...
How else are they going to keep you going? Because you all know there's tons of people who love the Luke character.
And there's no way we can speculate that Kylo Ren won't be in the next movie. Because
that's true too. I mean, for the most part, just like we see in anything else that you see on movies or TV now, if you die, you come back. That's the funny part. You die, you come back. You die, you come back. So you might come back. So we don't know. But I think, and this is my opinion, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but write me and tell me what you think. I think the last 10 minutes of the movie or so are going to be about Luke, and then it's just going to go real deep, real fast, and then boom, cut, and it's gone. And then you're going to be like, what? No! I want to see more!
A few reviews did say it did feel like they had to rush a lot in, but a lot said that they felt like it was rushing in to a bigger story, which it's really hard because they're reestablishing 30 years.
Right. Well, 30 years is 30 years any which way you look at it.
Yeah, and it can be pretty cut and dry, but at the same time, it's very important that they establish all these new characters. We don't know how many of them are going to be carried over.
No.
I've heard Daisy Ridley signed on for all 3 of the trilogy.
Really? Where'd you hear that?
Well, this is back before they even started filming 4. I don't know about John Boyega. I don't know about I just forgot his name. I'm terrible about that. I'm great, but Oscar Isaac. I didn't even have to look that up. I had to think about that for a second though.
Take a minute.
But
Woosah.
Yeah, Woosah. They're the 3 main new characters in this. Han Solo. I don't know if he's going to be in all of them. We're still speculating someone's going to die.
This is going to be kind of the same thing that they were talking about when Back to the Future was out. Like in the future, it's going to be Back to the Future 50. Well, I think this keeps going. We're going to have Star Wars Episode 20 by the time this gets all said and done, because this rebirth of evil and good and evil and good, it's just going to keep going and going and going. And who knows? It could stop at 9. It could not. What do you guys think?
I think it would be interesting. I hope that they don't, bury it. Like just, dig it down further and further. I hope that this sets a mark. J.J. Abrams, as a lot of people know, is not going to be continuing doing it. There's going to be 2 other directors that have been casted to do the movies. Now, will the cinematography be different? Will the plot be different?
There's a certain tone they have to keep.
Yeah, and
regardless.
I think J.J. Abrams has set a really good precedence with this.
Right.
He's done really well with the Star Treks. They actually just released, I don't know if you saw that, they just released a trailer for the new Star Trek.
What?
I forgot, it was a really bizarre name, but it's like, it comes out like, I believe at the end of next year. Somehow he filmed this at the same time. Well, excuse me. He's not actually directing it. He's actually producing it. Fact check on that. But overall,
fact check.
Yeah, he's only producing it, which is still different. He has a lot of say, and obviously this is his brainchild to do this re-envisioning. He did 1 and 2 directing it. I have the details for Star Wars here. So
yes, guys, I got another text that says there's a little bit of delay in audio and video. That's common because they have not perfected the system.
Yeah.
But it's not our fault. It's actually the streaming software that we're using through the company. Mm-hmm. So that's not really us. I wish it was a little faster. That's why we might go to Periscope.
Yeah, and and remember, guys, YouTube streaming is still in beta, so it's not even official. So they're still working on it.
But they told us it was going to be great. So let us help you, and so we're letting them help us. But I promise you, the next live show will be different.
Star Trek Beyond is what it's going to be called.
Ooh.
Which is interesting because they have Star Wars and Star Trek going hand in hand. Excuse me, Justin Lin is directing it. Do you know Justin Lin? His name sounds familiar.
L-Y-N-N?
L-I-N.
L-I-N.
He did a lot of the Fast and Furious movies.
I was going to say he sounded familiar.
He's the main director on the majority of the Fast and Furious
Again,
movies.
this is live. Our brain is scattered everywhere. So, hey, it's going to happen.
But real fast, we're going to go to our, we're going to do a quick ad. We'll be back in a few seconds.
We'll be back after these short messages.
But yeah, we'll see you guys in a second.
All right. Are we there yet?
Yeah, we're on. I got to get that timing. It's hard to figure out the new ad system because if there's a delay in the ad, it looks really silly. But
I'm leaning more and more towards Periscope. What do you guys think?
I don't know how to use Periscope. We're
going to learn. We got 3 weeks to learn.
Well, and that seems like it's mainly for mobile, though. Oops, sorry.
Well, we'll get a tablet, and we'll just do it off the tablet.
Well, yeah, well.
We're going to have to do it off the tablet. I want to have our live show amazing. Mm-hmm. I want you guys to be impressed. I want you to have fun watching us. We
might still be able to still stream it through the camera, through the tablet, through Periscope. That's what we still got to figure out. I mean, to be honest, with the system we're using to encode, has to select which form it can go. I don't know if Periscope has a browser form. We need to look at that and see if that's a possibility. There's a lot we really want to do with this show.
Yes.
Anyway, what's your opinion? Do you have any theories? Do you have anything that you want to speculate
Star
on?
Wars Beyond. We were just talking about that. By the way,
Star Trek.
Star Trek, I'm sorry. Star Trek Beyond. So, 7 is here. Mm-hmm. 8, early next year. Mm-hmm. 9,
following year.
2018.
Yep.
Correct?
I believe so. I think they're having them every year now. They want to have them hit every year.
So you are going to be strung along for 2 more years to finally find out what really happens with Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker.
Well, but we don't know. And we're going to have a spoiler section in the pre-recorded.
Yes.
So that's going to be towards the end.
I know that seems like we're Star Wars geeks at this point, but we're not really. We just love the fact that this is a Star Wars, almost like its own holiday, if you will. Mm-hmm. I mean, you really think about it. It's taken off like it has its own holiday. So now, for the next 2.5 years, we're going to be in holiday. Holiday of Star Wars. Yeah. And that's why we're really excited about it. But, of course, after today, after the weekend and after next week, and we're done with all this, we're going to go back and talk about different movies. I know some of you probably love this, and some of you are like, all right, we're ready for the next movie. Yeah. We are too, but for the meanwhile, we're going to exploit everything we can about Star Wars just because we love the fact that this is a long-anticipated ride.
Yeah.
Kind of like a roller coaster.
And we're definitely looking forward to it, too.
Yes. So I as a movie person, I personally like to see and kind of put myself out there and expose myself to all that it is, film. If it's, a Star Wars film, or if it's a Star Trek film. Star Trek, in my opinion, has gotten just as good as Star Wars, if not even better, because of the way that they're now portraying what's happening with, Mr. Spock and his past and
more character
Jim,
development.
And so on and so forth. So there's... You guys are not going to get bored from watching these shows because we're always going to have something to talk about. And we are going to have guest stars. We've already talked about that. We have some people in the mix. There are some people in the mix.
Yep.
They are down the pipeline. They're going to come on our show and they will be talking to us about what's going on. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Let me see what's going on here with this texting that is driving me nuts while I'm shooting.
Well, why Joe's looking at that, I just wanted to speculate that, you know, is episode 7 going to be perfect? No. Like I said, it's gotten really great reviews. A lot of people are saying, is it blowing people's expectations? There's a lot of great parts. We're still speculating. You know, we're still going on a little bit of rumors. We still want to speculate it before we end the show about who might possibly die. We need to kind of narrow that down. But overall, it's meeting people's expectations. That's what I'm happy. You and I were really afraid that it was going to bomb, that it was going to be crap, and that no one was going to enjoy it. Like I said,
Are we back on?
Yeah, no, yeah, we're still streaming, so okay. I'm not sure if people are not able to see it. I do see people are watching, so that's good.
Okay.
But overall,
we're back on.
Yeah. Overall, I feel like JJ did a really good job with the Star Trek stuff. He's got that ball rolling. Now he's not even directing; he's just producing it.
You guys know what that means. Say something. You have to say something.
Oh.
Explain.
That he's putting his money into it?
Well, not just that. No, that's if he's executive producing.
Yeah.
Explain, if you know, or if not, I'll help you, the difference between directing a picture and producing a picture. Because there's a lot of difference in that. Financially speaking, not just financially speaking on an aspect of being the guy who handles the money, you have a lot more control. And now we're not talking about creative control. We're talking about entire set movie control. As a producer, you have more pull in the film than you are as a director, believe it or not. The director deals with direction of all the cast that are in the movie. The producer oversees that as well as the entire set. So when J.J. Abrams steps back and goes into producing, that gives you an inkling of how mega this has become for him. Yeah. You know, he's not the same old, I'm just going to direct a movie tomorrow.
And he said he was happy with not directing the
other. Well, hell yeah.
Well, he said he was happy with not directing the other 2 Star Wars.
Well,
he said he was done. He said he was happy
he was
done.
He's probably going to produce.
Who knows?
Or executive produce.
They haven't obviously listed all the people that are going to be producing the next one. I'm sure he's going to have his hand in it, especially with this.
$20 million. Yeah. $20 million in pre-sales.
Oh, no, okay.
I mean, $20 million in pre-sales. Yeah, I would want to produce too. For sure.
And I feel like episode 7, like I said, setting the groundwork. I think it's going to be entertaining. We wanted to discuss real fast. I almost lost track on it. About the speculation of the death.
Yes.
The reason why we say that is that you see in the trailer, you see Daisy Ridley crying over someone. We've speculated that this fight where you see Kylo Ren, you can see he's not wearing a mask. You can see some hair. He's fighting Finn with his lightsaber.
A little hair on the side.
Finn looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he's not the actual Jedi, but they're making it look like it because he turns on the lightsaber.
Right.
But
thank you. Someone actually knows.
She's laying in the actual snow next to the body, and she's crying.
But she also has a sword at her neck.
No.
Lightsaber.
That's earlier. That's earlier. We don't know if it's the same planet because remember the snow is different. The one you're seeing is in a forest place. We're not sure where the forest is.
Yes, we do.
We're speculating. Okay, we're not sure 100%.
We know.
But we're pretty sure that she must be a timid Jedi. You know, obviously this is a whole new world to her. From what we understand, she's
sounds like her mother.
Yeah. Well, you're speculating that she might be Leia's daughter, but because they're not accepting extended universe canon, it could be. Because in the extended universe, that Leia had a daughter with Han, and she was named something different. But remember, this is not expanded universe. Disney
she is no longer Princess Leia, by the way.
Well, yeah, she's supposedly like basically doing the military.
She's the resistance leader. She's the resistance. What do they call her? Like a general. She's a general and the resistance leader now.
Which makes sense because she had a big role in the rebels.
Right. So rightfully so. I mean, you can't carry Princess forever. You got to step down sooner or later. What's to say that Rey is not a princess who is now out fighting?
That would be interesting if they shoehorn that in there. I feel like it would be shoehorned. But at the same time, if someone dies, who do you think will die? Do you think it would be the new or the old? Do you think it could be Poe Dameron? Somehow he gets stuck in there and he gets killed because his role, like I said, seems really minor. I love Oscar Isaac.
I think Han Solo's gonna die.
A lot of people said that. I don't want him to die. I love Harrison Ford,
And
but
Chewie will cry like a howling dog.
yeah, oh, yeah, whatever it is. But we got a few more minutes. We want to do this for an hour. We're sitting at 45 right now.
Perfect.
But anyway, if it cuts out at the end, we're sorry. You know, we're gonna try
Apologetic in advance, just in case. Again, this is a weird system we're not used to. But hey, we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to have more fun. So the next thing we want to talk about is when a lot of people have seen this, and we've seen a lot of spoilers. Not that really important spoilers, but the fact that some of people are saying, don't sit and wait after the credits for something to show up.
Oh,
There's
really?
not going to be anything after the credits.
Really?
You'll be wasting your time if you sit after. You know what? Forget all that. You need to sit and watch the credits, okay? From a filmmaker's perspective, I mean, I know all my friends know I do.
It's respectful.
Why? It's respectful. You guys are not just there to watch the film and the stars in the movie. Come on. The people that are behind the scenes, the ones that never get any credit, those are the ones that need to be given, claps or, just the fact that you're sitting and watching it.
Appreciation.
Thank you. Appreciation. Show them appreciation. Show them the fact that you care, that they spent their entire, however long it was shot for. 3 months?
About, well,
3 months or 4.
3 years of pre and post production.
Right, and there's
but
a lot of people, and you guys are going to see, if you actually sit through the credits, which I'm hoping you do, to pay respects to these guys, you're going to see a lot of names, and there's a first unit, and a second unit, and a third unit. And these people are working their buns off trying to get this thing done. And they're traveling all around to make sure that, if the first unit is over there, guess what? The second unit is over here doing something else along with that. So please, please, please pay a little bit of respect to those guys who are working behind the scenes and just sit and read their names. It's almost like when you do an obituary, you kind of...
well, not that grim.
Not that grim, but I'm saying you still pay respects in one way, and this is kind of the way that you should for film.
And even if you don't know what those people do, just reading their names is appreciation.
Absolutely. To them, seeing that you're sitting there and the fact that you read their names, to them that means the world. And I'm not being partial in any way. I'm actually talking about because, most of the time people think it's the stars that make the movie. Believe it or not, it's not the stars.
Yeah.
The people behind the scenes.
Granted, they usually get paid the most. Granted,
and that's just the way it works. But it's not just them. Believe it or not, the editors and the assistant editors and the gaffers and the lighting guys, the first ACs and the second ACs, the first ADs, the second ADs, all those people put their heart and soul into making this movie and making it come to you the way it comes to you, flawless, without any mistakes. So please give them some respect, and we'd love to see that happen in all the movies we go see from now on.
And I wanted to say real fast, though, another comment, and I don't think it's going to be the biggest deal, but it was controversial because as the movie came closer to coming out, it was mentioned again. Right. That J.J. Abrams had a lot of issues with Daisy Ridley's acting. Now, as you know, she's the main character, Rey, right there. He said her acting was wooden. Now, this was the first day of shooting. He was probably nervous.
Of course.
I don't know how well she does. We're really excited to see this new blood, how they really do on this. Wow. Is there going to be stale moments? Yes. Is there going to be stale jokes? Yes. Every movie has that. I think this is going to be, to be honest, I think this action is going to be kind of like the Avengers action. The reason why I say that, ironically, is action-packed, but a lot of the humor was sometimes dry, but sometimes it hit right on the head. Right. A lot of people in the reviews speculated, and they said, a lot of the reviews said that that some of the humor seemed out of place, but at the same time it fit. Right. Because it's kind of a dark universe to have humor in it, but you got Harrison Ford, he's funny.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you said with Rey or the girl that plays
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley. Just picture yourself. For example, we'll take a very simple example. You love playing football. You are a football fanatic. And then all of a sudden, you get the biggest shot of your life, and you're on the field for the very first time around 60 or 70,000 people. You're going to be at awe. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be at awe. And that's exactly what happened to her. She's on the set. She's looking around. She's starstruck. Even though she is a star, she's still in her own self, in her own skin going, oh, my God, this is real.
But that is embarrassing.
But that's okay. You know why? Because she's doing it, and no one else got the role but her. So in her mind, she's going, wow, I'm really the main actress in this movie, and it's all riding on my shoulders. So it takes a minute for it to sink in, and then after it sinks in, she's probably pulled herself together
Yep.
and realized, let's get the show on the road. Let's make this happen. Yeah, of course she's going to have problems on the set. And we all joke about first-time actors, and how horrible they are and this and that and the other. It's to be expected, especially when someone hands you a golden opportunity like they just handed her.
Yeah. Talk about it.
That is amazing all on its own. So if he didn't like the way she acted on the first day on the set, boo-hoo. Sorry, it's okay. It's going to happen.
Well,
yeah, you're used to working. You're J.J. Abrams. You're used to working with the top-notch talent, $20 million guy, $50 million guy, and here comes
like
this
Chris
young girl.
Pine, Chris Pine in Star Trek, and
Right.
What's his name? Did Spock? I just forgot his name off the top of my head. I'm terrible about it, guys. Sorry about that. I know someone commented on that, but anyway, I was just gonna make a mention though. I'm interested to see Oscar Isaac. If he continues in the show, great. If he continues in the movie, great. I already like him as an actor. He really showed his chops in Ex Machina. I liked him.
Yeah.
I see him in a few other things. I'm interested to see where John Boyega goes. He did Attack the Block, which is an English movie. I don't think you even knew about this. It's like a kind of cheesy, not a rom-com. It's like a cheesy action alien movie thing. It did good, but it's like a cult classic. He hasn't done anything else. Daisy Ridley, I think she's done a few TV roles, nothing really else. Like I said, John Boyega also did a few small TV roles. I hope that both of these are successful and both of these guys become the next, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, worthy. I hope that this is they're not going to do this trilogy and die out kind of like Hayden Christensen. Not the greatest actor in the movies, but after those movies, his acting career just
Right.
He did a few movies like Jumper, Awake. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But what was the last movie you saw him in?
Well, here's the thing now that you just said that. Now, we haven't seen him in many other movies, but we have seen him in some smaller roles here and there.
Yeah.
What I am also speculating on this is that because he was shown at the end of 6, if you guys watch the remake version of 6, Return of the Jedi, you see him next to his mentor.
Mm-hmm.
What's to say that he doesn't pop up in that shadowy look and come in and visit Luke?
Yeah.
As his mentor.
Yeah.
And have that, back and forth thing where they're good side, bad side, dark side, light side, and just kind of have that conflict. There's always got to be a conflict within a conflict. If you guys are into, epic films, you'll know. There's always a conflict within a conflict.
Yeah. And to go back to that speculation really real quick about if Luke is on the dark side or not. Kylo Ren does not seem like he's leading stuff. Now, there is a leader that he's under. He's part of, they call it the Order of Ren, or it was something. He has, his own little death squad, I guess is what you would want to call it.
Right.
And he does take orders from the General of the New Order. I just forgot. It's done by Andy Serkis, is the main, leader. But at the same time, I still think that it's trying to trick people, that they think Andy Serkis is the main bad guy. But it doesn't make any sense that this guy is force sensitive and there isn't something about a master. There's always has to be a master. And I really hope that they don't tell us at the end of the movie, but they might.
They won't.
But we will find out.
We'll see. Well, we got 5 minutes left, so this is a time that we open up for questions. If you guys have any questions, type them in, text them in. We'll be able to answer something for you.
Yep.
If you have a personal question about any of us, we'll try to answer that as much as possible. Basically, we're going to take this last few minutes to just tell you that the next few shows are going to be just as amazing as this, if not better. Of course, live streaming is going to change completely from this point forward. This was just a trial and error of what the software we've used. And, if you have difficulties watching us live, we apologize. Of course, we're going to better ourselves as we go, just like anything else that happens in the world. You learn from your mistakes. And so here we are. We're coming to you live. We're having an amazing time with this show tonight. I didn't think we were going to have this much fun, but I'm glad we are having this much fun, and the fun will continue off camera. And in the future, we might be able to put some bloopers and stuff like that. Do we have any questions coming in?
No, not this second, but there's still a delay, so they could pop in. I mean, if you guys won't...
That's why I did it now, so that way we have enough time.
Yeah, and we have chronological. We still want to do movies of the past. We're believing the next movie will be a movie of the past. Let us know in the comments. Let us know now. What movie of the past? Now, it doesn't have to be old. Anything before this year. preferably before the 2000s. So we'll
Yeah.
say, what would you say? Movies,
Preferably. I mean,
preferably.
it could be 2005, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You
We
know.
don't really have a set on that. We just don't want it to be like, yeah, 2 months ago.
No.
I mean,
Come on, let's keep it real. So if you guys want to talk about something 10 years ago, that's awesome because we can dig that far back and find any and every information about it.
Mm-hmm.
John here is the statistics guy for a reason
Yep.
because he can find good stuff that I probably wouldn't even try. But
Well,
yeah,
But let us know what kind of movies you want us to watch. You want us to watch lighthearted? You want us to watch dark? We're not really into scary movies, so please know.
yeah. I mean, it's not that we are scared. Obviously, we're not scared of scary movies,
Just-
but it's overdone.
The
It's-
writing is terrible and cliche.
Thank you. High five on that one too.
Well, I think most people agree on that.
Yeah, well, I know a few people that are watching today who just are like in awe with scary movies. I'm not one of those guys. I can't sit in front of a scary movie no matter what. Not because I can't stand to see it. It's I can't stand to see the same, basically writing over and over and over. But other than that, you know.
Everyone's agreeing that movie-related costumes are a must.
No.
Dang it! Why did you have to set that precedence?
All right.
So
Way to go, guys.
We still got a few more minutes, but like I said, following that, we're gonna try to see a movie in theaters because it's gonna be a movie of the present. We're gonna try to pick that. If you guys want to like reference a movie that's about to come out that will be in that same time frame, like I said, we're gonna be try to pre-record it. It's gonna be tricky. We're gonna try to keep you guys in the loop on that when we decide to go see that. Like, hey guys, we're gonna start filming our movie of the present.
Yes.
What movie would you like us to see and review?
Right. Christmas Eve is going to be our next show, by the way.
Yep.
If you guys are not aware.
Oh boy.
Christmas Eve. And so, with that said, Christmas Eve, from this point forward to Christmas Eve, there's going to be so much fun being had, us recording this stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of stuff we want to put out there. And I bring out the wild side in John because he's excited about what's happening. And I'm excited talking about it. So you guys are going to be definitely happy to be watching next week's show. Of course, Christmas Eve, we're not going to try to make it too late because he's going to be off early. I'm going to be off early. We're both off Friday. So hooray for that.
Yay.
And, if you have something to say, if you have something that you want to see, please, please, please write us. Let us know right on the our timeline, either on Facebook or on our YouTube page.
YouTube fan page. Send us in.
Cinema Sin, no Cinema Sin.
Go check him out too. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
But Cinema on the Nile on Facebook, you can check out. Just search on Facebook, Cinema on the Nile. You can go like our page. You can get our updates if you like it and follow. Overall, want to say we got 2 more minutes. Wanted to fill in real fast.
Yes.
Do you want the next one, because it's gonna be a movie of the past, be like a movie holiday special, like the Halls, a Christmas Story? Do you want it to be what's the great movie? Not Gregory Peck. It's a Wonderful Life. I don't know why I just forgot that.
It's a Wonderful Life. And my voice is cracking.
But
Because
overall,
I haven't had water.
yeah, and let us know if you guys want us to see that. We love, it's Christmas Eve.
It's
Why not?
Christmas Eve. Why not? And I'll tell you what, just because it's Christmas Eve, we are going to have a special treat on the end of next week's show. We are not going to say anything about it because, again, it's a surprise.
Oh, to answer your question real fast, because this is coming right at the end, we're going to be watching in regular theaters. We're not going to be watching in IMAX or 3D. We've heard it's okay in 3D, but why not just watch it in regular theaters?
We might watch it regular and then go back when the madness dies down and maybe go see it in 3D or IMAX.
If it's worth it. It's
If
one
it's
of those
worth it.
movies, it's most likely worth to see it
If
twice.
we walk out with napkins on our face, oh my God, this was great, then
Yeah.
of course, we're going to go back and see it again.
But
if we walk out and go, meh.
Overall, because of the delay, I don't know how much it's going to wrap up. We're hitting back at the 60-minute mark, so we're going to try to go over a little bit. We just want to say our goodbyes.
Yes.
Stay tuned for next week.
Stay tuned for next week also.
Stay tuned for Sunday.
Stay tuned for Sunday.
Yep.
Yes, Sunday afternoon, guys. Do not forget to tune in. It's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
You're going to have some great things to see. Also, like we always say, like us on Facebook. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Go and do the Patreon thing.
Patreon.
And until next week, we will
See you on the Nile.
Good day, guys. Have a good night.